You know who's not at the bottom of the ocean? Women.
White folks, please seek counseling, get some help. Okay, let this ship go. It's been over a century. We done had 3 different damn movies and 25 documentaries. Ain't shit down there but darkness and snow crabs. Like, I don't understand what y'all obsession with this ship is. Like, is it because there was no nowhere on this ship? Is that what it was? I don't understand the severity of the situation. Who spends $250,000 to go in a tin can? I'm talking about a soda can, Sprite, Starry, bitch, all of that shit down to the bottom of the ocean being controlled by a Gamecast controller, a Sega Genesis controller, a Wii controller. Bitch, what the hell? I don't understand. What was this? Girl, I'm talking they had no navigation, no communication. They were literally getting their directions via text message. I swear on God, white people don't know what the fuck to do with money. Y'all just burn it like a hole in your goddamn pocket. Like, this is exactly what $250,000 gets you. A trip to Bikini Bottom. Bitch, rock bottom. Here's the message of the day. White folks, stop being so damn nosy. This is the reason why y'all always going missing. I don't understand. Oh, a cave. Let's go see it, honey. What the fuck? What the hell? Ooh, this is Egyptian on the wall. Ooh, a sarcophagus. Let's open it, honey. Oh my God. It's snowing. Let's go for a walk. Let's take the baby. What the hell is wrong? Oh my God. Y'all the most nosiest motherfuckers on the goddamn planet. Y'all always dipping y'all nose somewhere it ain't supposed to be. See, this is the reason why them orcas are fucking up y'all ships on the shoreline.
Jesus!
Mañana, guys, nabaya kae ba? Nabaya kae ba? No ya kae, Jerry. Why o ya go di shakeng tla ba kometsa ke di whale? If o nyoko bona Titanic, skepe sa Titanic, why o sa boele movie? Why le rata dilo so? No, o stakilo balla ke moya, ha ona dijo, ha ona network. O timetse, o ntse le di crap ko tlase. Le rata dilo piti.
No, because this is scary and I don't believe in coincidences. Let me share some things with you. So if you haven't been living under a rock, then you know that this guy created a submarine and took a bunch of billionaires that paid $250,000 each for their ticket to go down to see the wreckage of the Titanic. So the CEO, his wife, her great-great-grandparents were actual first-class passengers on the Titanic, and there was witnesses who claimed that her great-grandmother, when she was supposed to be put on the lifeboat to survive and leave the Titanic, she refused and got off the lifeboat and decided to stay with her husband where she died on the Titanic. In the actual Titanic movie, they depict this real story about her grandparents. The scene in the movie where the 2 grandparents or the 2 elderly people, they decide to like cuddle up on the bed and die in the Titanic together instead of trying to, get off of it and only one of them survives or none of them survives. They decide a peaceful death. It's so sad, but how crazy is it that like 100 years plus later, her husband ends up dying the same place that her great-grandparents died as well. So it even gets crazier, okay? So at this point, we've all seen the memes, we've all seen the experts talk about how unsafe this quote-unquote submarine was, going 13,000 feet below water, which by the way is equivalent to like 10 Empire State Buildings. Literally insane, right? And so the CEO, his partner, was saying that this whole time that it was very unsafe, there needed to be more testing, people should not be going on this rig, and there was a whole lawsuit start over it, and this man, he gets fired. They tell him, nobody wants to hear what you gotta say, we're gonna continue with this project. And it gets crazier. Guess who predicted this whole thing was gonna happen and put it in an episode years ago for us to literally reflect and watch on now? The Simpsons did. The Simpsons literally predicted this. Guess what? Simpson was invited by his father, who was rich, to come on the submarine and experience this with him, and then they get lost at sea together, just like the real life father and son duo. Even in the beginning, they show that nobody cares about any safety concerns, because even Simpson goes, yeah, my dive suit is ripped, and the guy goes, no problem, we'll just paint over it and pretend that it's not there. Just like they ignore safety concerns in real life. You can see in the episode, he comes down from the submarine and he passes a shipwreck. Well, you're like, well, there's probably a lot of shipwrecks. A ship that is literally cut in half, exactly like how the Titanic is, and sitting on the ocean floor. So in the episode, he passes by the ship a little bit and then he gets stuck, and then he's about to run out of oxygen and he can't transmit any signals to the people above to help him. And guess what they're predicting happened to the sub in real life? That it got stuck, they were running out of oxygen, and they couldn't transmit any signals. So in the episode, the people working above are trying to wait for some type of sound to come from the submarine so that they can figure out where the submarine is so that they can help the Simpsons who are trapped. Guess what happens in real life? The people who are stuck on the submarine were making 30-minute interval noises, so they're like tapping and then waiting 30 minutes and then tapping again, so the people above knew that this is a human being and potentially get help. Also in the episode, you can see that one of the guys doesn't really care what's going on. He has a beer in his hand. He's not really helping. He's kind of like minding his own business. And in real life, it went viral that one of the billionaire's stepsons was literally at a concert enjoying his life partying while his dad was lost at sea.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You was just asking for trouble. So I know many of you've heard about this submarine situation. These men tried to go down there playing Nintendo. These men tried to get down there with an Xbox controller. These men thought it was FIFA. Brother, I don't know who made it. It looks like it's sponsored by Sony. But they've gone down in the deep blue sea with a PlayStation 2 control pad. So listen to the latest now. They're saying that they can hear noises from the deep blue sea. I don't know who's making these noises, but it's not looking good, bruv. Listen, if you've been missing in the deep blue sea longer than 20 minutes, it's a wrap.
By now, you've all seen the story about this submarine. It is unfortunate, but it is also disturbing and disgusting because it's just another sign that we are living in the end times. Now, somebody say, oh, here he goes again, always talking about the end times. But when you are a Christian, right, and you walk in the Spirit, you see everything through the lens of Christianity. You see everything that is happening in the world through the lens of the Bible. So everything I see makes me think of God, makes me think of the scripture in some way, because the Bible, tells of everything that is going to happen. We are moving on an expected timeline to an expected end. We know how the story ends. So the Bible says, perilous times shall come in the last days. Men will be lovers of themselves. They'll be without natural affection. And so I just seen some of the ways that people were joking about these men who have souls that have lost their life. Even before it was confirmed that they had passed away, people are so into themselves. You know what? I'm just going to make a joke. I'm going to make a post, even though it's distasteful, even though, the families are being affected, even though there's souls that are hanging in the balance. And even Christians were doing this, making a joke. It's just so disgusting to see that's where society has stooped. And guess what? We do it all the time throughout the internet. You see it all the time. People just don't care because you know what? Anything to go viral, anything to get some attention. It's just exactly what the Bible says. And as you can see, it's getting worse and worse and worse. That dark humor is demonic. Something to think about, you guys. Wake up, pay attention. We're living in the end times. Get right with God.
They only have 20 hours of oxygen. Banging, more banging. They're banging still. They're not gonna die. Why would you even say that? And they're running out of oxygen. I've been on TikTok for 17 hours straight. They are banging on a pipe underneath the ocean. What is the submarine even made out of? They're using a video game controller? They're using a video game controller to control the whole submarine. I know. Stop. Kid went to a Blink-182 concert? The waiver said death 3 times. They all signed it. $250,000 for this? Oh, it died. Just like the submarine people.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault.
Hello! What is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle and this is the vault. Hey, you guys, let's jump straight into today's video. Alrighty then, you guys, and in today's video we are going to be talking about a very sad situation that happened with the millionaires and the billionaires that decided to go down there in the bottom of the ocean to go and view the Titanic, right? Ocean Gate. Now, you guys, the first thing I'm going to say is that this was a very unfortunate event, right? An unfortunate event that could have been avoided if it is what they say that it is. Because the conspiracy mind in me is like, whoa, Lynn, this is just I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there type of situation, right? It is very unfortunate that these billionaire and millionaire people had to perish, apparently, allegedly, in this way, right? It is a problem that they knew about. They knew about the potential of them losing their lives, and they signed the waiver to go down there either way. Sometimes I just look at these situations and I think to myself, why is it always Caucasian people that are willing to take these risks and explore these things? Even if you look at like the animal channels, National Geographic channels, all these things, it's always white people. Why do you guys always want to like no shit? Let it go. It is what it is. God has put these things, these animals, these plants on this earth for a reason. They serve their purpose, but just don't bother them. Don't bother them. And they're not going to bother you. I saw a video the other day of these two ladies where they were swimming in the ocean, right? And a shark was coming towards them. Now, from just your normal point of view, you would not be able to see the shark. But from like what's this? What is it? A drone type of situation that is above. You would be able to see the shark swimming towards them, and you would panic and alert them type of situation. But because at the time nobody was taking note of this drone, the ladies were still in the ocean doing their thing, swimming, oh, having a good time. The shark just diverted right past them. Because the shark didn't feel in any way threatened by these ladies, it was nothing. So it goes to tell me that there are so many people that play around in the ocean right there by the beach edge, right? And you don't know. And there are so many sharks and things that are coming at you. But because you're not bothering them, trying to find them, trying to explore them, they're not going to bother you because you're not bothering them. Sharks actually don't want to eat human beings. They want to get what's in the ocean type of situation. They're not a fish. As much as you have your diet, they have theirs. But if they feel threatened by you, and that's what any other creature, any other animal, even human beings, if you will, you feel threatened, you react type of situation, right? Why are these people going down to the bottom of the ocean, the depths of the ocean, to go and explore the Titanic? The Titanic has been explored. This was not the first trip that was taken down there. They've done this before. How much information can you get? It becomes a thing of these billionaires or millionaires just wanting to go down there to go and experience it for a joyride or whatever. Because I haven't done this before, let me just try it out. I have the money to do it, so let me just try it out. And now you get yourself caught up and dead in a situation that you probably shouldn't have been in. You probably shouldn't have been in. Some things are left, or are better yet, left untouched, undiscovered, undiscussed. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's like all these weird motherfuckers, and that's what they are, trying to bust holes in the firmament because they want to escape Earth. Guys, nobody has left this place. They haven't. And that's why Hillary Clinton said they have been trying to poke holes and they're so close. It's not a lie, it's the truth. And they have to tell you the truth. Especially because of who they worship. They have to tell you the truth. So that karma doesn't really get them because they told you the truth and you are just accepting it and so gullible and you think that everything is just so hunky-dory and smooth and fine. It's weird. We can't leave this place until God decides that we do. And even if they can poke a million gazillion holes in the firmament, God will close them, and He will close them, and He will close them until it is time for it to open, like it is said in the Bible. He will open that sky. And it's gonna be raras. They think that because they're building these underground bunkers that they're gonna survive all of this. Don't you think God is just gonna pick them out of that? When those skies open eventually, it is not time yet, but the time is drawing near. And I've been telling you guys this. Get right with God. You have nothing to lose, but you have so much to lose if you don't. And the time is running out. And I keep on seeing that so many people are fucking around. I'm sorry for my language, but the truth is the truth. So many people are fucking around still. It's like they don't take it serious. They really don't. It's scary. It's like ngithembeleni. Because at the end of the day, ask yourself that question. Ngithembeleni. What is it? If not God? What is it? For me, it goes a couple of ways, right? I'm going to share it with you. We all know, and I know as African people, we know that there are water spirits. There are things that are happening deep down in the waters. We know that, or we've heard of sangomas that go down to live under the waters for years and they come up out of nowhere all of a sudden, you know what I mean, to do their work. They're so powerful and all these things. So what's to say that there was no underworld where they were? And why would there not be an underworld where they were? Because that's where the Titanic sank, and they were going to go view the Titanic, where a lot of impoverished people died. They weren't even given a chance to survive. Instead, rich people were given a chance to survive, and they still died. Some did. And if it's true that spirits live on and on and on, or that they don't even realize whether they've died, wouldn't they still be down there trying to figure this thing out or trying to get back at whatever? Wouldn't it make sense that if rich people are going there, they're going to die? Why are you going? First of all, you're so explorational. Why are you going down there? The Titanic sank so many years ago. We've seen the movie, we've heard the stories. What are you going to go and discover down there? Just because you're a billionaire or a millionaire, whatever it is, what are you going to go and do down there? That is, take pictures. If that's the case, then you are just asking for it at that point. That is the depth, the deepest depth of the ocean. And you've heard the ramifications of going down there, the possibilities of the ramifications of going down there. Now, I'm not saying this because I don't feel sorry for the people that have lost their lives, but have they really lost their lives? Have they? Did they even go down there? Because, I mean, we've seen so many things, so much footage of space and all these things that I don't even believe in at this point. Did they really go down there? You have to ask yourself that question. Because one of the apparent billionaire stepson guys was at a Blink-182 whatever concert and was okay and happy and living up his life. Isn't it possible that maybe he knew that the person that was apparently allegedly going down there didn't really go down there? And it was just a distraction for all the other shit that is going on in the world? The banks? China? A lot is going on. 2 bills were passed in this time when everybody was so distracted. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it would be a damn shame if that's what they were carrying out while everybody was so distracted, because you know our mainstream media never puts out anything that is not a distraction. Trust and believe. That is not a distraction for a reason. For a reason. But the thing is, it is so convenient. They went down there, apparently, allegedly, their bodies imploded with the submarine, and we actually found out about the events of the situation that happened on a Sunday. We were finding out during the week. So we were late on the information. Their governments already knew about all the information type of situation. So they had time to orchestrate anything that it is that they wanted to orchestrate. Why not release the information immediately when the information is actually happening type of situation? To the point where they are saying that those sounds that they were hearing of people knocking on that submarine was it when it was imploding type of situation. And there's videos about that. So what do you say about that? And then in the background, there are bills and shit being passed. Quickly. when nobody sees, as they always do. Because really, when it all started to happen, I was like, it's too much all at once. When it became a hot topic, I was like, something is going on in the background and it's going to come out. And now things are starting to come out. It's never what it is, what they say that it is. And then you ask yourself, because were you down there? And why was the billionaire's stepson partying it up at a concert after knowing, because they already knew that these people went missing? Why was he partying it up? Not sad, unless he's just a monster, a reptilian who doesn't care. Why was he partying it up? You have to ask yourself, did those people actually really perish, or are they somewhere out there? These are some of the richest people in the world. They can make themselves disappear. They can get insurance for their deaths. There's a lot that's going on. Has anybody actually heard from the families? Is anybody questioning this? Because I haven't. I don't want to lie to you guys. I have not. Not a wife, not a this, not a that. It's just going to blow over like nothing ever happened. So did it actually really happen? They went down on the submarine on a joystick. Billionaires. People that calculate every single move of their lives. Because these people, they don't want to die. Billionaires don't want to die. Trust and believe that. I'm not lying to you. They don't. So they're just going to go on this shady submarine that they have been told is shady. On a joystick ride. Does it make sense to you guys? Or does it seem like a distraction for the other things that are happening in this world? Honestly, you're a billionaire. You're a billionaire for a reason. Because you have the smarts and kahunas to pull the wool on or over so many people. Over the world. That's why you are in the position. Let's just face it. You don't become a billionaire because, oh my gosh, you're so smart, you're so great, and everybody loves you. There's some crookedness in that situation. Are they actually really gone? All we know is that they imploded, which means they just bursted with the craft. The craft that was already shady, they fed that to us. Why would a billionaire do that? These people don't want to perish. Let's face the facts. They don't. They want to clone themselves. They want to live forever. Transfer their consciousness. Why would you just step into this thing with your 19-year-old son? It doesn't make any sense, you guys. I'm sorry, but no. No. I think, in my opinion, there are some who are just living it up and probably even collecting on some kind of insurance, a very hefty insurance. Because, apparently, allegedly, they're gone and the whole world believes that. Because where are the families weeping and crying and talking about it? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody has been saying anything. And then that other son goes to the concert like nothing is happening. Because why? He knows nothing is happening. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. If it was black people, we would be saying, oh, bayolanda inyoka. Hey, bayotwala. And what if they were going there to twalarize? Because white people also do twalarize. They know these things. But does that mean that they actually really imploded? Really? There's no evidence of that actually happening. And everybody's just going to believe it. And if it did happen, and all the people that were making jokes about the situation, shame on you. People apparently allegedly died and you're making jokes about it. It's so funny. Because they're billionaires. It says in the Bible that in the end times, people are not in my words, but they're not gonna be remorseful. They're not going to care. Nobody's gonna have any feelings. And that's where we are right now. It's all a joke for TikTok likes and views. Y'all should be embarrassed of yourselves. The ones that made it a joke. It's not a joke. But at the end of the day, then you look at the situation and you're like, but did they really perish in the situation? Because why? I'm not a rich billionaire. Why? I would never dream of going down to go view the Titanic. I could watch the movie. I could see what they've been exploring that section for now 3 years type of situation. If I'm not mistaken, but you know what I mean. Get the information from there. What difference is it going to make that you went there? You're not going to be paid billions for it. If anything, and the money that they pay to go down there compared to how much they are worth is chop change for you to go and die. A billionaire, as soon as they hear that there's a possibility that you're going to die, they're not going to take that risk. They want to live longer. If anything, they try to find out ways to live longer. What sense does it make? These people are probably still alive somewhere, living it up. Why are the families not coming and grieving and doing all these things and freaking out? Why? What's going on, Vele? Why would they put their lives at risk like that for a joystick? A joystick. They are obviously going to question, how does this thing operate? How can we get back up? Are there risks? Are there this? It doesn't make any sense. But everybody is just going with it because, oh, to them it's just a funny TikTok. But you're being duped. Because there are so many other things happening in the background. And it's being passed and passed and passed. And I'm sorry, you have no say in it after it's done. It's so sad. It's not just South Africa. It's everywhere. We're being fucked in the back. And everybody, I just knew it when everybody was gravitating towards the story so much. All of a sudden, I knew it that there was something up. And now it makes so much sense. And that's why I didn't try to cover it when it came out. And it's like, they've done this so many times. How many more times do they have to do it for me to be like, guys, come on. Look around what is going on. Does it make sense? Did you see them perishing? Because it's in the deep, dark ocean. Then you're going to believe that it imploded. Therefore, it must have happened. But did you see it? Do you know for sure? Is there footage? Is there sound? Is there anything to say? That craft was so shabby. There was nothing to say that this thing happened. Why? Because this thing didn't actually really fucking happen. As a matter of fact, did any one of you know about these billionaires and millionaires before this happened? And it's only more juicy and more salacious because it's billionaires and millionaires that perished where the Titanic sank. It's like a beautiful fucking story. Guys. They've got you all. It's the same thing with the CV. Same thing I've been saying about the CV. Now only people are starting to wake up because more people are coming out about it. But when we spoke about it at the time, it was like, oh, you're so fucking crazy. Once again, it's another thing. They're doing it again. Ask yourself, what are they distracting you from? Mainstream media doesn't put this shit out unless there is a reason. People get lost at sea all the time. 2 weeks ago, I think it was 750,000 or something like that of some immigrant people that drowned in the ocean. Nobody said anything about it. The number might be lower than that, but something like that. There's a story like that. Does anybody know about that? But because it was 5 millionaires, billionaires, everybody knows about it. Think, guys. They're gonna keep on doing this to you. And the sad thing is, the people that got it, they're gonna keep revolving in it and convincing other people because they're already in it. You're in it. You're thinking, people are waiting for Neuralink. Neuralink is now in human testing. You're already in it. It's like, you won't even believe me when I tell you. I'm sorry, but that's the fact of the reality. People are fucking zombies, bro. People are fucking zombies. And it's so sad. 2 weeks ago, there were aliens landing in people's backyards. Some people don't even know about Project Bluebeam. There's a lot of things that are happening. We can't even speak about it on our platforms. Because if we do, and this did happen to me, I lost the channel because of this. Talking about these things. The truth. You have to be careful and sneaky. As sneaky as they are. But it's like, sometimes you get tired and you're like, Father. Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Baby. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.